I am the dog of hellfire, and I bring you anti-submarine warfare.
Smoke generator activated.
Achtung, melde Zielposition. Teammate, I need your support.
Enemy submarine destroyed.
Hello and welcome. Today we are in the new Tier 10 Commonwealth heavy cruiser, the Cerberus. The ship was given to me by Wargaming for testing. Now I know what you're thinking. Why does Cerberus need ASW? Right, because he's guarding the gates of the underworld. But think about it. What if the souls tried to go underwater and try to escape that way? Well, then you need submarine surveillance, right? And the 3 flights of ASW planes are there to actually enforce the rules, you know, like this. But now we're gonna come to my favorite feature of the ship, which is a creeping smokescreen that, with the upgrades etc., lasts for over 2 minutes. Which is pretty amazing. It's not as great as the Venezia smokescreen, of course, because you can't be going full speed during it, but you can slowly creep along, and it's pretty scary against stuff like submarines, because you can be really aggressive at the start, and at least at this point they didn't really expect it. Not to mention that you can dish out a lot of damage in return. That hopefully this submarine here will find out very quickly. And, you know, because of the creeping smokescreen, I am going to be just fine as long as I don't eat those torps. Wow! That Jäger ate a lot of torpedoes. Well, Thrasher, into the trash you go. So, the Cerberus is essentially a heavy cruiser still, but the AP on it is not that great. To me, I was mostly using it as an HE spammer using this creeping smoke, because this essentially means you can do open water fighting. You can't go very close to ships. I think it's about 8 kilometers where they will spot you if you fire your guns in smoke, but you can sit at a comfortable 10-12 kilometers and just keep shelling them. And it's just completely fine, because they can't really do much to you. And you're very, very, very powerful against submarines, which I think everybody's going to appreciate. The torpedoes are okay, mostly as a defense mechanism when somebody tries to charge you. But again, because of your creeping smoke, you can always just, you know, sail away from them and keep sailing away from them. Now my smoke is gonna run out, but I'm gonna be fine because my concealment radius is also pretty decent even without the smokescreen. Now you might ask, how good is it without the smokescreen? You know, just open water firing like other cruisers have to deal with. And I'd say she's pretty okay. The guns, well, aren't the greatest, but they just don't seem that accurate to me. But the armor is okay for a cruiser. Not exceptional though. She does have a 32mm upper side armor plate. Other cruisers have 30mm there, which means that she will bounce a lot of AP shells on that, but only on the upper belt. The deck is still 30mm, which means that, you know, stuff will just overmatch that anyway. A lot of battleships, I mean. And the ship is pretty boxy and fairly high, so you're gonna take decent amounts of damage. And what you just saw is something that happens a lot with this ship. The main turrets have basically complete paper armor. I'm pretty sure even HE from like 203 guns will just penetrate through this and knock your turrets out constantly. They genuinely have no armor, like actually destroyer level. Even light cruisers tend to have better armor on the turrets. So that's actually one of the reasons why you don't want to get shot at. But again, you have your creeping smokescreen, so that weakness, it's not that big of a deal, because I'm gonna have my smokescreen up soon, and then I can just shell freely again for like another 2 minutes. And I like this playstyle. I like this ship. It has been pretty fun for me to play. It's decent for HE spam, and I love the fact that you just absolutely dumpster submarines when they actually decide to fight around you. Here you can see the dispersion. Doesn't look amazing, does it? It's pretty wide. But I mean, if you're HE spamming, it's not critical to be that accurate. Of course, it would be better if you were. But because you can get relatively close, closer than cruisers usually can because of the smokescreen, I think it's not that bad. Maybe HE spamming a Conqueror is not the smartest choice though. This is what's a fire gonna do on him? A Burgonia is a better target instead. So I like the fact that in this ship you can play aggressively because of the smokescreen, you can then disengage relatively decently, and you actually threaten destroyers because you do have a hydro, and obviously the smoke works against destroyers too. Like, look at my position on the map. Could you do this with any other ship really? At least a cruiser? I think the answer is no. Because you just get deleted by the Burgonia, the Moscow and the Conqueror, most likely, if you were this far along. But with this thing, because of the smokescreen, which we still have another minute left to go on, well, it's completely fine. These are the captain skills and upgrades that I used. I think priority target on this ship is very important, because you really want to know if somebody is actually targeting you. If nobody's targeting you, there's no need to use a smokescreen yet. And I think Last Stand probably isn't that useful because, well, you have it by default anyway, some of it, so it doesn't give you that much, and my engine hasn't been knocked out that often. Other than that, you pretty much play what you would expect on a ship like this. You take your adrenaline rush. Superintendent is pretty useful. Obviously you take concealment as well. Superintendent gives you the extra smokescreen, which is extremely important. And turret traverse is good, because these are still heavy cruiser turrets, even though they have no armor. I mean, so far we've done pretty well. 9 minutes into the match, we have farmed 110k damage. And the enemy here has to start pushing us soon, right? Because they're not doing too well, and they really need this 8-cap. And they do have the ships to potentially take it, right? What's fighting against them? A Jean Bart, me, and the Des Moines. So I actually have to start pulling back, because I think they are going to push into the 8-cap soon. And I think a Conqueror in particular is a pretty good ship against the Cerberus. You know, she survives the healing. The AP on the Cerberus isn't very good, so you're not really punishing a Conqueror from long range like some other cruisers might be able to. So my fight, I'm gonna just start heading towards the Wujing, because I don't think I can end up fighting near the A-cap. I hope the Des Moines survives. I think our Jean Bart is dead though, or going to die eventually. I'll just focus over here, because I'll have to pick one direction to fight in anyway, right? And Conqueror just isn't gonna work. The heal is just gonna out-heal the damage that I do. Wow, we just lost 3 ships in like 10 seconds. Man, the game looked like it was in the bag, but now it's not quite as certain. Although, I think positionally we're in a very good spot. And this Wujing is also dead. Okay, so now we want to take back the B-cap, which the U-4501 is doing. So I just want to fall into concealment and probably just do a last stand here. I have a smokescreen up soon, so I can just keep peppering them as they come closer to us. This is also a good time to actually use the torpedoes, because, well, they are advancing directly in the path. Unlikely that it's going to do too much though. We are probably going to lose the C-cap. We are leaving it with no defenses, but I think that's okay. We have enough points, we have enough positional advantage that it's going to be tough for them to come back, but not impossible. Our Des Moines is low HP, I am half HP, the Jaeger is half HP, Chungmu is half HP. It's only really the Thunderer that's keeping things together. Okay, so I want to be in a little bit of a better position to not be quite exactly where the Jaeger would be. The other thing is that if I open up right now, I am definitely gonna be the primary target. And Moskva does have a 12-kilometer radar last I checked. So that could be pretty brutal for me. So I'm gonna just try to get further away. This looks a little scary. Okay, can we get some hits with torps? Nah. I guess I was hoping for a little bit too much. Okay, they are taking the sea cap. I guess I'll fight over there. Let the Jaegers and Changmus and submarines deal with the battleships. Because that's what they're really good at. Unless Moskva radars them, but I don't think all of them could die to that single radar, right? So it should be okay. Oh, Azuma. I guess now might be a time when we actually get to use some AP. And you get to see how unimpressive it is. Because this Azuma is showing a lot of broadside. Like, battleships salivate over this. Seeing exactly this. Okay, the aim wasn't on point, but you can see 2 ricochets, 2 torpedo protection hits, 1 non-penetration, and 2 regular pens. Center of the ship, 3 torpedo protection, 1 overpen, 2 ricochet. Yeah, the dispersion isn't helping either. Again, 2000 damage. Yeah, I need to use the smoke. I'm gonna lose otherwise. The Des Moines will just eat me. Yeah, I think HE is a better choice. That AP just really didn't work out. Ooh, gun turret broken. Yeah, let's try again with AP.
Problem solved, sir.
Maybe Des Moines is a softer target. 2 non-penetrations on Des Moines' broadside, I guess not. Oh, we actually got a citadel on the Des Moines this time. Nice. And nothing now. Yeah. HE is most of the time a better choice. Come on, 1 shell hit. Never mind, 1 shell hit is not enough with AP because it doesn't pen. Oh, we actually got him with a follow-up. Nice. And I think we made the right choice earlier, leaving the Conqueror and Co. against the destroyers and submarine, because they just deleted him. I suppose the Des Moines helped, but I bet it was the sub and the destroyers that dealt with the battleships. That's pretty good. 156k damage, sank 2 ships. Hit a submarine a bunch, defended the base, solo capped the base, even hit some torpedoes. And we saw how questionable the AP is. 2254 base XP, I am happy with this game. That Des Moines, man, those guys played well. I really thought the Thunderer was playing well positionally, but evidently not. He just ended up being passive enough that it just worked out for him. Wow, we did damage with a lot of different weapon types. HE, AP, torpedoes, airstrikes. We even started fires, floodings. Very nice ship. I quite enjoy her. I definitely recommend trying to get the Cerberus when the line becomes available. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would like to thank the patrons on Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support, and I hope I'll see you guys next time.